You've probably seen videos like these going viral everywhere recently.
Detector to the gold rush. Day 1, you arrive in California.
And they're making people thousands of dollars through YouTube's partner program and the TikTok Creator Awards program. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you exactly how you can recreate these videos using AI. Now with that being said, before we get into the video, I do want to say that it isn't going to be totally free to generate these videos because of course you are using AI, which does cost money. But in this video, I will be using a software that is pretty cost effective when it comes to using AI. So with that being said, let's get straight into the video. Now the first thing that we need to do is we need to go ahead and check out the software that we're going to be using to generate these videos all in one place, and that software is called Manus AI. Now I will leave Manus AI linked in the description, and if you sign up through my link you will also get 1,000 free credits, which is going to help you when it comes to generating these videos. Okay, so once you've clicked that link in the description and made yourselves a free account on Manus, you should have a home page that looks something like this, as we can see on my screen now. Now the first thing that you want to do to create these skeleton videos is we need to go ahead and create our skeleton character. But once your screen looks like this, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go ahead over to design, and this is where we can obviously design things like images and whatnot. And to create images on Manus, right now we have Nano Banana Pro and GPT Image 1. We're going to be using Nano Banana Pro because I think it's the best for creating images like these right now. And then you're just simply going to go ahead and paste in this prompt, which I will also leave linked in the description. And this is just going to be the prompt to help us create our skeleton character that our whole page is going to kind of be based around. Now with that being said, this prompt might not get you the perfect character that you want, but obviously you can make adjustments to it via prompting it more. But it should give you a pretty good skeleton character. Now with that being said, before the video, I have already gone ahead and done this process. So as you can see, when I first prompted it, I had to make some adjustments because the character had no eyeballs and it had like demon type eyeballs. So yeah, and then eventually we got to this character here, which looks pretty good. So I will also leave this character linked in the description, as this is going to be the character that we're using to make our video in today's video, which means you can just essentially copy and paste my character and create your own videos using this character that I have generated here. But to show you guys what that prompt does get you, this is what it has generated for us. So yeah, obviously we want to add the eyeballs in again, but because I've already done this, we can skip those steps. Okay, so now that we've come up with our character, step number 2 is going to be to go and get a video idea. Now we can do this manually if we want by just thinking of an idea, but when we have tools like Manus, I don't really know why we would do that. So what I would suggest doing is going over to some successful pages in this niche. So for example, this page is a pretty successful one. So all you're going to want to do is just copy the link to this channel, and you can do multiple channels by the way here if you want to, and you can just paste the link in here, and then we're simply going to prompt it to scan this page and give us some good video ideas based off of what has worked for this page, and hit send. And then Manus is going to scan this page for us and come back with some video ideas. Now, one thing I do really like about Manus is it kind of runs you through every step of the process as it's doing it, so you can kind of see what the AI is doing. So yeah, as you can see, it's telling you the steps that you're going through. And if I go through some things that I've done before, then it goes through the whole process of how it took you there. So that is something that is pretty useful with Manus as well, as it just gives you a bit of a better understanding as to how it is coming up with these solutions and whether they're actually accurate or not. Okay, so as you can see, it's come back with some very, very solid results. So as you can see, it's come up with all the titles and the views and it's listed them for us, and then it's also giving you the type of performance or the category, so the what if type videos, what if you drank water for 30,000 days, etc, etc. So these are a bunch of really good ideas, all characterized very well, and I'm actually quite surprised at how good Manus is at doing this, considering I gave it that simple of a prompt. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take one of these videos from the highest performing category, and we're going to do the what if you took cold showers every day, because it sort of relates to the the trend of people wanting to improve and self-improve and whatever. And it also sparks that curiosity, of course, as it is from the what if category. So once again here, we're just going to take that video idea, and we're now going to ask it to create us a script from this idea, and also using this page as a reference for the script to come up with a somewhat successful script for us. Okay, so as you can see, we've now come up with the prompt here. Once again, a pretty simple prompt. We're just going to go ahead and hit send and let Manus do all of the work for us again. So I'll be back with you guys when it has actually created us a script for our video.
A few moments later.
Okay, so it did take a little while just because it was scanning its most popular videos to get the rough scripts and stuff. And as you can see, it has generated a pretty good script, and has also generated us some visuals as well, which is great because that's going to help us with the next step, which is going to be to create scenes for the video. But to be honest, considering it has already done the visuals, we can probably skip the scenes and we can just go straight away into getting Manus to turn these visuals into images and then videos, so that we can then just edit it all together with the AI voiceover and the editing software afterwards. Okay, so as you can now see, I've come up with the prompt, and it is literally as simple as this. Can you turn these visuals into video/B-roll using the character that I have attached, which I went and copied from over here, and you guys can get this character in the description as I've mentioned, and I pasted it in. And then I've also asked it to use the lowest amount of credits possible, so that, yeah, we don't spend more money than we need to. So I'm just going to go ahead and hit send, and then it is going to start generating these for me. And genuinely, although while I have had to be obviously here while it has been generating this stuff, making this video has probably taken me in total maybe 3 minutes to generate the character and then also come up with these prompts, and that has literally been it. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this turns out. So the way that Manus turns these visuals into videos is it first generates an image so that it can then use that image and animate it into the video that we want or need. So yeah, that is the way that if I was doing this myself, I would personally have to go and do those steps. I'd have to go on Nano Banana and generate the image, and I'd have to take it into a software like Kling or something like that to animate the image. So Manus is just basically taking those steps where I would have to do it personally out of it, as the AI is doing it all in one go. So yeah, it's actually saved me tons of time here. Okay, so one thing that Manus does do, particularly when generating videos and things that are going to cost more amounts of credits, is they do sort of ask your opinion on what you want to use. So we can do quality mode for 300 credits, or we can do default for 40. Now I've been testing this myself, and the default mode has typically been pretty good. So I'm just going to go ahead and use default mode, and yeah, after you've done that, Manus goes straight back to work. But it does sometimes ask you questions before spending your credits, which can be a good or a bad thing, because if you just want to let it do its thing and go and do something else, then yeah, you might need to make sure you check it. Once you've got to a certain stage, you have said yes or no to the amount of credits it's going to use. But yeah, on the positive side, if you don't want the AI tool to start rinsing your credits, then you have to make sure that you're here to say yes, you want to let it use these credits. So anyways, that is that done. I'm now gonna relax again while I wait for it to generate these videos. Okay, so while we are waiting for Manus to generate us these videos, I thought instead of just chilling, I'll be productive with my time, and I'm gonna go ahead and actually use Manus to generate the audio, because we are going to need that for our next step. So we're just gonna go ahead and hit new task, and fortunately it can do multiple tasks at once for us. So after you've created a new task, we're gonna wanna go over to more, and we're gonna want to go to audio, and then in here, I'm once again just gonna copy this voice. I don't really recommend just totally copying a page, because it's not really going to set you apart from the competition at all. But for the sake of this video, we're just going to paste this page in here, and we're going to ask it to create us the prompt for a similar voice that we can then use to generate our own voice for our video. Okay, so as you can see, we've gone ahead and selected a prompt and put it in, and it's going to start working on this. And then we're just simply going to take the prompt that it gives us and put it into the audio, and then we'll just generate the script that Manus gave us before, so that we now have our audio, and we're soon going to have our footage, as we're obviously generating it right now. And then we'll be good to just put it all together in an editing software, which I'll obviously show you in the next step. Okay, so while waiting for it to come up with the prompt for the voice, it seems, although the videos have been done, so we can take a look at some of these and see what they look like. Okay, this looks like a pretty good video. We can add a slow zoom into this. And once again, this was using the cheaper option. If I used the better option, there'd probably be a bit more stuff going on. Okay, so these are really simple, and to be honest, if I was turning this into a video that I was going to post, I probably would want to be prompting it to adjust a few things to make the video a bit more engaging, whether it's creating more scenes or something like that, adding more movement to the scenes. Okay, so it has now finished the audio task for us, and if we come and take a look, as you can see, it has gotten all of this information for us to try and figure out how to make a voice that is similar to it, and without me even prompting it to, it has actually generated us a sample. So I'm going to go ahead and listen to this now, and we can see if it sounds similar or not.
What if a black hole, the size of a coin, appeared in your bedroom right now?
Okay, so to be honest, it does sound a little bit robotic, especially if we compare it to this one here, but it's fine for now, so we're going to use that for our video. So I'm just going to go ahead and now paste in my script into Manus, and then ask it to generate the script using that AI voice. Okay, so now that we've done that, it's going to generate the script and put it into an audio file for us that we can then use in the editing process. Now we can actually use Manus to turn this into a full video, so I'm going to prompt it to do this, just 'cause I'm curious to see what it comes out like. But for this step, I would probably take the videos out of Manus and put them into an editing software so that you can edit it up yourself, add in transitions and sound effects and things like that. But just for the fun of it, let's see what it turns out like. And at the same time, I'm going to go ahead and download all of these to my computer so that I can then use them in the next process. Okay, so it has already completed the script for us.
What if you took a cold shower every single day?
Okay, so as we can see, it has created the script. That is pretty good. I'm just going to need to trim this up in the editing software. So once again, I'll go and download this. Okay, so now for the next step, you're going to go into your editing software. You can use any software that you want. We're going to be using CapCut, and we're just going to import the audio as well as all of the clips that we've generated. Okay, so once we have done this, we're just going to go and put the audio in, and the first thing that we're going to need to do is we're going to need to cut out all of the dead spaces. So I'm going to go ahead and do that really quick, just chop all of these up to make it so the video flows nicely and there's no gaps, because that isn't going to be very good for retention. So I'll be back once I've done all of this. Okay, so I've now cut down the script and it is down to about 44 seconds, which is great, but I've definitely realized we're gonna need tons more B-roll. So I'm probably gonna put this script back into Manus and try and get it to give us more B-roll and just spend a bit more money on credits. So yeah, we can have some more B-roll for the video. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that and then I'll be back with you guys and I can start putting this into a video so we could see what a finished or product would look like. Okay, bit of a side task here, but as we can see, Manus has now completed putting this video into a, total completed video. And just to show you guys a quick snippet of it, it is not actually that bad, but yeah, still probably not good enough to go viral. So that's why I suggest doing this next editing step yourself. But if we hit play and we take a look at this.
You took a cold shower every single day. Day 1. Your body enters...
It isn't great and it does need auto captions, but it isn't bad. But as we can see from this video, and as I noticed already in the editing process, we are going to need tons more B-roll. So I'm just going to go ahead and prompt Manus to create us more B-roll now for that, so that we can actually make a video that looks decent and could potentially go viral. Okay, so I've just pasted in the script and then I've asked it to give us some more clips for variety and make them relevant. So we're just going to go ahead and hit send and hopefully it can start generating us some more clips that we can use in the editing process. But if we go back into the editor now, the next step is of course going to be to pile these clips into the editor so that we can make our finished video. So I would probably have the first clip as this one here, so we can have our AI character off the bat. So we're just going to go ahead and sort this out. So we'll make it a bit bigger just so it fits fully on the screen.
What if you took a cold shower every single day? Day 1. You took a cold shower.
Okay, so in reality, we're going to want to keep these clips short to keep this video engaging. So we are going to need to generate a lot more footage, but this is what it would sort of look like. So
what if you took a cold shower every
and then I'll probably even add a slow zoom on this. So to add a slow zoom, we're just going to go ahead and use keyframes. We'll go scale and then let me do that for a second, scale. And then we're just going to put this to like here, but we want it to zoom up as well. So we'll go and do that. And then it will slowly zoom in on him.
What if you took a cold shower every
as we can see? Maybe then we'll do for every single day, we're just going to do a bunch of different clips. So it'll be like every single day. Okay, so as you can see, to make this interesting, we have added a bunch of these clips here already to sort of show like a preview for what could happen if you take a cold shower for every day in a year or whatever. So we're just going to go ahead and hit play to show you guys what it roughly would look like for the hook.
What if you took a cold shower every single day? Day 1.
Okay, so something like that's probably good. To be honest, we probably don't need this clip and we can probably extend all of these a little bit. So yeah, something like this looks a lot better for the hook.
What if you took a cold shower every single day?
And then we're probably going to want to add some sound effects and things like that as well. So I'm going to go ahead and add in my sound effects pack into this editing software right now so that we can, add on some effects, just some simple ones that is going to make the video more engaging and just keep it engaging, I suppose. So I'll be back once I've added those in. Okay, so just to show you guys, something as simple as adding a few of these latch clicks can make the video a lot more engaging just because you've got other things as well that are being engaged, like obviously your hearing sensors. So if we go ahead and press play now.
What if you took a cold shower every single day?
Something as simple as that can really make the video much more engaging. Okay, so as we can now see, Manus has added a bunch more other clips that is going to be super helpful when actually creating this video and turning it into something that is engaging. So it is in the process of doing it. It has made the images and now just needs to turn them into videos. So yeah, we're going to wait for that. But in the meantime, we're going to do our auto captions. So if we come back over to the editing software, the next step is going to be to go over to text and we're just going to hit auto captions and then hit generate, as CapCut has some pretty good auto captions. Now, because I had to chop up the audio a lot, it has caused some issues with the generation, which isn't ideal, but it's fine, it's fixable. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and fix all of this throughout the video. As you can see over here, it gets a bit better, but at the start, it's not great. So I'm just going to fix this real quick and then we'll be back. Okay, so I've fixed up for the first part of the video. We're then going to go ahead and go into templates and we're going to pick a template that looks good. I quite like one-word templates or like something like this, simple two-word templates, but I don't like too many transitions. So I'm going to go ahead and find one and then I'll be back once I've selected it. Okay, so I quite like this template here, this one here, as it looks pretty good and it's pretty simple. So we're just gonna go ahead and then we wanna drag these to about the middle of the screen, maybe a bit above, because our attention with the faces is mainly around this section of the video. Okay, so if we now come back over to Manus, as we can see, we need to select again, and this time let's try generating with the quality mode just to see what it looks like. So yeah, we're gonna generate these clips to make this video more engaging. Now in this video, I'm not gonna make the whole video because, to be honest, I'm not in this niche and I'm not gonna post this video. But what I will do is I'll just make sort of the first 10 seconds of the video so you guys can see what a rough example would look like. So I'll be back with you guys when we have the rest of those clips so that we can finish off this video. Okay, so as you can see with some of those new clips we've generated, we have now made a short 10-second version of what the video would look like. I still need to make some adjustments before I go ahead and show you guys the finished product. Okay, so I just finished up with some of the final touches and I'm gonna show the video to you guys. But yeah, to be honest, I'm not 100% happy with it, but I was being a bit lazy with the way that I was prompting for the videos. So that is something that definitely you should spend more time on, like trying to prompt for certain scenes and to get what you want out of the video. So that is kind of on me, but the overall generations, everything look great. It's just, yeah, I didn't actually spend the time to specifically prompt them. But if we take a look at the finished product, I still don't think it's too bad of a video. Of course, this is only the first 10 seconds, but yeah, we can take a look now.
What if you took a cold shower every single day? Day 1, your body enters survival mode. This is cold shock. You literally cannot breathe. Your heart rate doubles instantly. Your blood vessels slam shut to protect your organs.
So that is roughly what it looks like. And of course, you'll need a much longer video, as well as also, I don't really like the AI voice, but once again, as I explained in the video, if I was making this for a proper channel, I would have gone ahead and changed the AI voice out before actually going ahead and making the video. But overall, this video was relatively easy to make. All we had to do was just do a few prompts and then put a few parts together in an editing software and add some auto captions, some sound effects, and that was pretty much it. Now, if you guys do want to make videos like these using Manus, then make sure to check my link in the description to get your 1,000 free credits. And along with making videos, Manus is also good for a ton of other things. It's generally one of the best AI workspaces that I have used because it runs you through everything and does a bunch of steps for you without you even prompting it to do the steps. And that is a big part of the reason why it has just been bought by Meta, which means it's only going to get better as we go on. Now, with that being said, I did also want to mention one thing with the skeleton sort of AI niche. Would I actually recommend it as a great niche? To be honest with you guys, I probably wouldn't. And that is simply because with these AI niches, a lot of them come and go really quick, and a lot of the time they're trends. Now, of course, you might think that's a bit contradicting. You made a tutorial on how to make videos in the skeleton niche. That's because I knew a lot of you guys would want to see this. But one thing that I also think this tutorial would be helpful for is you need to try and be more original and think about how you can be original. So maybe you take the skeleton niche and you put a slight twist on it by maybe instead of having a skeleton show how things are done, you instead do, I don't know, like a bear or something like that, just as a rough example. So yeah, that would be my advice to you guys, because with niches like this, if you're late, you're going to find it hard to get traction because there's so much competition and the barrier to entry is pretty low. And I also do find with a lot of these AI kind of brain rotty niches that they tend to go up quite quick and then they sort of come down as well. And you'll probably start seeing that quite soon with a lot of these top channels in the skeleton niche. Now, with that being said, I hope you still did find this video helpful and it helped you to learn how to generate better videos with AI. If it did, then please be sure to drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel, as it helps me out and it helps me reach more people to help more people make better content on social media. Now, if you want more help from me to grow on YouTube Shorts and make money with YouTube Shorts, then I'll leave a link in the description where you can check out what I have to offer to help you guys on a more personal level. And when working with me, I'm just going to help you build a channel like this one right here to help you make anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000 a month extra. Now, if you want to see me grow a YouTube Shorts page from totally scratch in real time, then check out this video on screen here, where I grow a page from 0 subscribers to 150,000 subscribers in 150 days. Apart from that, I hope you guys did enjoy it and I hope to see you guys in the next one.
Alright, so I'm currently at my dashboard on smmshiba.com, and do not get confused by the website names. SMM Shiba and SMM Dodge are actually the same website. So all you have to do once you've created yourself an account here is to go on list, click on this category icon, select, and here you want to select something, basically any option that says you from with video. So I'm going to choose this one right here, and this should be already fine. 2014, 2017, yeah. Now I'm going to click on buy, confirm, and now you can go onto your product orders and you will see this is pending. All right, the order is now completed. This didn't even take 2 minutes. What you want to do now is you want to copy that ID, and we want to be organized, right? Especially if we have multiple channels, you will not find them again. So make sure to save it somewhere.